Guys, the fastest growing male grooming company just got even better. I'm talking about Backscape, that just launched their 2.0 friction fit handle, bringing you the best back shaver on the market. Guys, back hair is not sexy at any age, and it's time you do something about it. Engineered for back shaving, the new 2.0 friction fit handle makes it easy to snap the Backscape razor in and out of the handle. Pop it in to experience an entirely independent back shave with an ergonomic handle that gets every hard to reach spot. Pop it out to touch up the rest of your body. The new titanium shave head makes for a smoother shave, protects your skin, and delivers a smooth finish. Listen to the bad guy and take back the power of grooming your back. Go to Backscape.com. Use the promo code Chael10 to get 10% off your first order of any of their kits on the website. Just click on the link below. Oh, Sean Strickland likes me. And he trusts me. But he has never listened to me. I mean, I could tell you that. And you know what? He had a different vision. And it's always worked. So, I don't know if I'm due for one. Or if I need to convert. Stand back and say, he's got this figured out. I'm not certain. But he caught me off guard when he came out, and he was very bothered by, I guess it's a rumor at this point, of Adesanya versus du Plessis. I thought it was done. And in my opinion, it's done as soon as they get the call and they both say yes, which I think has happened. So, he's just saying, hey, whoa, wait a minute. That's my fight. I got dibs on du Plessis. I have always had dibs on du Plessis. I gave him an opportunity. Now he's got to give me the opportunity. Izzy gave me an opportunity. I offered it to Izzy, which is true. Sean was expecting and down to do the rematch with Izzy. So, at any rate, but Sean went further with it. He didn't just put his name forward, try to stay optimistic and let people know that he wanted it. He didn't just do that. When this rumor came out, Sean has spoken to the effect of, I'm not climbing this ladder again. This is my shot. Give me the shot. Or I'll go try my hand elsewhere, and mentioned boxing. So, I understand he's not being literal. I understand there's a frustration. It's coming through. It's just not generally what Sean would do. Sean would generally get annoyed with somebody who would do that. Now, I love the passion, and I think you guys do too. I love the message. I love the willingness. I love the courage. I mean, that's what got Sean there in the first place. Sean had been knocked out not that long before he gets the call to take on Adesanya. I mean, imagine that. He got knocked out by a guy that got knocked out by the guy that he's going to go take on short notice as the 6th ranked guy, and they hadn't gone any further than 5 in a meaningful amount of time. I'm just sharing for you. Sean's got courage. Sean's got guts. Sean is willing to do things that other guys are not going to do. That does have a history of being rewarded. I don't know what is going on with Izzy and du Plessis, and whatever it is, it's not enough to point a finger and try to shame anybody. It's not. But I do know that Izzy and du Plessis were offered a fight at 300. I don't know who said no. I don't know what happened there. But I do know historically, if guys turn a fight down, it's now, that fight doesn't happen. You don't tell us no on a date and then you get the very fight anyway. You just get it at a different date that's better for you. It doesn't work that way. I mean, it just historically doesn't work that way. And it can't. Like, there's certain policies that have got to be in place, and they've got to spread through the industry, spread through the gyms and the managers, and all the boys start talking. And one of them is, when we call you and offer you a fight, your response is yes. It's not a different time or a different day or change this all for me. Which, I mean, shockingly, fighters would say, oh, yeah, I'll do it. Hey, everything's great. Let's just do it. Then they'll suggest a different date. Valentina Shevchenko is doing it right now. She is recording The Ultimate Fighter right now to get a rematch with Grosso that she should not get. I'm glad she's got it. I'm not trying to take it from her. I'm just sharing with you. If you fight somebody twice and you don't beat them either time, you don't get match 3. And she's saying she's not going to sign a bout agreement unless they do the thing neutral territory. I mean, could you even imagine this? One fighter, one fight, one. And do you know what goes into this? to pick a location up and go over to a different country. I mean, could you even imagine what she's asking? But fighters will do this, and they'll be very serious. Hey, I love it. I love the whole thing. I can't do it then. Can we do it over here? I've worked with actors before where I was like organizing stuntmen, and I'd call them, and they need jobs, right? It's hard to get. You're happy when the phone rings. And they've said yes, they've wanted it, but they were busy that day and wanted to know if we could just film that on Wednesday instead of on Tuesday. It's like, do you have any idea what goes in? Just permitted production-wise, do you have any idea what goes into having a film day? Or how expensive it would be to redo a day so that you can come in and participate and fall from a building? Like, no, you don't. Or you know what a fool you sound like by even asking. I'm going on a diatribe, but I'm trying to share with you, like, there are certain things that can't happen. They don't historically in our industry. There are policies that get in place, but they're for very good reason. For very, very good reason. So when Sean was sitting back, willing to go into 300, finding out that they're trying to do a different fight at 300, he's still trying to go at 300. Then when Sean finds out that they're not going to do the fight at 300, whatever's happening isn't coming to, and here I am, I'm willing to go. As a matter of fact, I don't even need a plane ticket. I happen to live here. Let's fight. He would have very good reason for believing that he's going to get the nod. Oh, by the way, even if it doesn't come around that night, the fact that he said yes and someone else said no, if they're going to do it another night, would mean that Sean is going to get the nod on that yes, not the person that said no. Historically speaking, that's gone both ways. But I'm just sharing for you. It seems that Sean had his hopes up. I don't think anybody gave that to him. I don't believe Dana said anything to him. I think that Sean stood back, looked at the Tivleys, knew our industry well enough. I mean, he's got Nick sick. He's walking to the office and talked to Randy. He's got guys that know the business. They very easily could have said, hey, you've done everything right. You're the kind of attitude and guy that's going to get this. So when he finds out through the media that he's not, I mean, right, you could see where some of this anger would come through, but I took the time to explain to you some of those policies and why they're important. Because it's the very reason I would have said, hey, Sean, don't say that. Sean, don't say that. Now, you can't, if a guy's threatening to leave, you can't then acquiesce. It just can't happen. It just can't happen. Just like the example that I just gave you. There's certain things that have to go through our industry and trickle through. But if they're ever done publicly, it becomes a problem where even if your idea is the better idea, something falls through, can't get it done. I can't call you because I can't give the appearance that you're the one steering the ship. And so it just ends up as one of those things that can get a little bit tough. And we've seen that play out. Francis would be a fine example. He went in and he stood his ground, and here's what this is going to have to be. It's very hard to then do those things. You put me in a very hard position. Now, without that statement, without that public, without the appearance, I might have been able to get it done. So that is the part that concerns me. And sooner or later, they're going to call it an idea for Sean. It's going to be a great idea. Whatever Sean Strickland does next, there's going to be attention. There's going to be media. There's going to be. But I had thought, I even talked to Daniel Cormier about this. I had thought that there might be a potential that Bo Nickel with the win at 300, right? Bo's going to draw into somebody. Somebody gets that opportunity. Recent example, there was a guy out of Arizona with a pretty big mouth but no ranking, named Sean O'Malley. And he found himself against a former world champion in Peter Yan. And everybody knew O'Malley was good, but you got to be careful what you ask for. All of a sudden, he's thrown in there where nobody else wants to be. But it worked. And what do you know next? He's ranked #1 fighting for world championships. Hasn't been less than main event. Hadn't been less than $1 million payday since. So I think there's opportunity. Bo Nickel going to draw into somebody, some meaningful name. And I could see where that would be Sean Strickland just because of the willingness and the attitude that Strickland has always displayed. Hey, you want to fight Pierre? Yeah, I'll fight Pierre. Hey, you want to fight Kenner? Yep. Hey, you want to fly to a different country and take on Adesanya? Uh-huh. He might go to yet a different country and take on Plessis. Yep. I mean, it's one of these things. And Daniel told me no. Daniel said, hey, look, I don't think that Sean would want to do that. In fact, he just made a statement that he doesn't want to reclimb the ladder. Beating somebody like Bo, beating that next generation or that younger guy, is the definition of reclimbing the ladder. So I don't know where that's going to go. I just don't know. But I think whatever frustration or wherever Sean might feel a little bit left out, I think will be repaired real quick when the idea for what is in store for him does come around. It'll be something good. It'll be something fun. There'll be lots of media. But for right now, I'm just sharing with you, for right now, when a statement like that gets made, it's very, very difficult. Very difficult. Because you could be giving the appearance, and in an industry of sport like this, that's a very risky and bad idea to do.